Hey, what's going on, guys? Aarava here, and welcome back to my F1 2018 Fantasy Alfa Romeo Career Mode here on Motorsport Manager. We're back with round number 7 today for the Canadian Grand Prix. Now, the last episode didn't end as we wanted to, of course. If you have missed that, be sure to go check that out. Uploaded a couple of days ago, but following that, and also, obviously, I read through some of the comments in terms of what we should be doing. I think the general consensus is, yeah, let's spend some of the money that we've got. Obviously, I don't want to spend all of the 24.6 mil, because, obviously, this is going to be basically the cash pot that we build on for next year's car, and obviously I think next year's car is going to be the bigger one potentially. Obviously that is all dependent on if we do not get fired, which is definitely a possibility. If we do not get ninth by the end of the season, we are out of here. So yes. So let's work on stuff that we can work on. So we've got the pit crew that we rejigged that at the end of the last episode, but I want to try and look into maybe we can hire some new guys that may be better. We've also got staff potentially to upgrade. You know, our race mechanic is 3 stars here, 3.5 stars. There may be better ones we could get depending on the price, etc. Even a lead designer potentially. And then obviously we've got buildings. Obviously we've got the factory being built in 10 weeks, but we've got buildings we could potentially get. A few mentions of the forecasting center may be more useful than I think in terms of, you know, if we are to maybe try and really use the weather, you know, when and if the rain comes, you know, if we have the forecasting center, that will really aid us in maybe trying to jump some of the other people around us to maybe get those, you know, coveted few points, you know, 1 for McLaren and 3 for Haas to try and overtake them. In terms of the wind tunnel, though, and simulator and, you know, handling stuff, although the perks may be nice, I just don't see the benefit right now due to the fact that even if we get these perks, we can only really make one part at a go, and it takes very long, 36 days. So really, in terms of new buildings, the only one I might be, you know, going for on top of the forecasting center, maybe the staff center. But if, you know, if we're spending 6 million here and then 5.7 there, you know, you already got 11, you know, 12 million being spent, and that's like half a budget. So we got to be kind of like wary of that. We could upgrade stuff, but also the upgrades take a lot as well. We've got 20 million for the design. We don't need the design center. We're actually pretty okay there, 6th place. But, you know, we're poor on the factory, which we're working on. But we're pretty poor everywhere else as well. But, you know, it's if you don't have a heap of cash, that gives us epic gearbox. That just gives us hidden drivers set 2 unlocked, which I don't really need at the moment because I'm kind of happy with our drivers. I mean, obviously, yes, they both have crash now once, but, you know, all in all, they've been pretty okay to a point. So let's work on the star first. I think we can maybe improve the mechanics. Obviously, we haven't even got perks for any of them, so I'm not too fussed about swapping them out. So let's have a look at the scouting here and see what's what. So we're going to go to race mechanics, and straight away, we've got some pretty decent free agents here. Obviously, the cost is the only thing I'm worried about, really. So 30-year-old Brazilian here. Let's approach mechanic. He's interested. How much does he want? 84,000. Wages are fairly important, so I'll probably have to bump that up to, like, you're talking about, like, 200 or something like that. What are we paying these guys at the moment? 21 and 13, so we're not paying them very much at all. So I'm going to do a little bit of thinking here, because I don't want to spend miles on the staff. And we're on 3-star right now, so even a 4-star would be a decent improvement. You know, like a 4-star with a 5-star potential, that would be a good thing to go with. You know, if he's a youngster, maybe he's not going to care about wages. So I'm going to look around and I'll assess my options. Right, so we look through, we've sent some contracts, and we're going to see what we get back, but we're going to try and replace all 3 of these guys: lead designer, race mechanic, try to do a nice clean slate, because we definitely can improve. This is definitely going to increase our costs. So for the first time, if we do sign all 3 of these guys, or even like 1 of them or 2 of them, we are going to see that money per race decrease. So for the first time, maybe our chairman's going to be not talking about how much good money we're bringing in every single race. I think it's quite clear, I think, how we're still being so much in the green. We weren't really spending that much on these guys, because, you know, the default people you get, the cost per race is so low compared to who you end up buying there. So we'll see how that goes. I want to try and just tentatively see, hopefully, if they sign, And then after that, we'll work on maybe buying an HQ building, maybe, or just upgrading. I'm not too sure at this stage, but we're just going to wait on that. For now, for the car, we're waiting for the car to be repaired after that race. We've got the contract proposals coming through thick and fast after that, but for now, we'll just look at the car and work on the car. So improving the parts. We're still working on this one gearbox. Obviously, it's got the, well, the same potential as the average one, but we're working on the reliability, of course, as well, trying to get that up, trying to get both gearboxes there. We couldn't use this one last time out. And then everything else, well, at the moment, we're pretty close to maxing out that engine. Front wings, we could definitely work on, you know, rear wing. We haven't really worked on any of these components yet, so we definitely can try and do that. But for now, we're just doing the gearbox. But we're going to swing forward through and see how these contract proposals go. We've got an email saying we're not feeling it here. What the hell? Hi, boss. I'm struggling with my driving at the moment. Doesn't feel like anything I'm doing is really connected to the car. I'm going to speak to a sports psychologist. Okay, so we've got bad form. Form is 1 during the race. Geo, mate. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. We've got contract offer accepted, though, for Alina Watkins. Thank you very much, Alina. So let's go to staff. Let's accept you. So we'll show you the details then. We're spending 107k per race, which I thought was lowballing, really, because I think the maximum I could have paid her was 195. So I lowballed her, in my opinion, quite a lot. So I'm quite surprised by that. I guess the signing on fee and the long contract length she wanted swayed her opinion there. So we're going to go ahead and sign that. So we got brand new mechanic, one of them at least. So we're going to go ahead and give her to, I think she's the better one out of the two I offered. So we're going to give her to Leclerc, which I believe is Maxim Hensler. So continue to finances. So I'll go ahead and do that. We've got total income expense, 255,000 straight away on the dot. Add that on. So thank you very much. So welcome to the team. Watkins is, oh, whoops, okay, she's Giovinazzi's one. Okay, whatever, I can swap that around quite easily here, so let's just swap that. Right, swap that, we'll move on. Okay, we got the 2 contract proposals. Have they accepted? They want adjust, terms not met. Right, so what does that actually mean? Interesting negotiation table. Okay, both of them want to go onto the negotiation table. Right, we're doing a bit of negotiation. We got a little bit lucky maybe then with Watkins. So let's negotiate a little bit. Right, so she's not happy with the signing on fee or the wages. She's a bit greedy. That's a pretty nice signing on fee, madam. So let's go for a shorter contract then. We'll bump this up. She's been very greedy in my opinion because that's just so much money to go straight away for a signing on fee. Right, I'd rather have a higher signing on fee and then I'll just bump that up maybe 1 or 2 clicks. Right, I think she's going to be really arsey about it, so I'm going to have to go for quite a high signing on fee and even a wage, because she's a really good mechanic, to be fair. So I really want to sign her, so we're going to go with that. So that's quite a lot of money, but it's going to be worth it, I reckon. In terms of this guy, we've got a last chance to sign him, and I really want to get this guy because he's got a really good perk. He's got some really good perks, so he's happy with this. So let's just, let's just give him a good signing on fee. And wages, I thought I had a pretty decent amount given to him. I think we're going to have to go with 2, we'll have to go with 311. So all in all, I'm going to be spending about an extra 1 million on staff. We're bringing in about 2 or 3 million per race. So we're going to bring back a lot. We're going to be obviously minusing about 1 million then every single race. But I think it's going to be worth it. If this is something that's not going to get us fired, then we're going to have to do it. Even if it doesn't, well, I'm fired then. So it's Alfa Romeo's problem then, isn't it? So we'll just go ahead and hopefully they sign now. Got some emails about the GMA vote on longer qualifying. Obviously, I don't really care too much about that. Longer qualifying. Honestly, shorter qualifying sessions would probably be better for me because then there's a better chance maybe with the AI not doing so well and then we could get ahead. Sometimes we've been up in, like a case in point was last episode. We were up there in nearly the top 10 on the first run. If the second run didn't happen, we would have been in the top 10 for qualifying. So I'm not too fussed about that. But, I'll probably just abstain from the vote, to be honest, because I don't care either way. We haven't ever concentrated about qualifying too much. And there we go. Contract offer accepted. So completely new staff to be signed here. So go ahead and sign that. Going to replace you. Goodbye. Yep, confirm. That's a lot of money, but it's going to be worth it, I think. Sign on. Continue to finances. Goodbye. There we go. There we go. That's a lot of money, but complete new staff set. Feeling good about this. I'm also going to put the pit crew on auto managed. Well, both our mechanics have got the same concentration level. That's the thing that affects the auto management. But I've just set it to the Russian that I can't pronounce her name. Ruslanovic, I think. Ruslanovic, I think. I think that's a good pronunciation. I've given it to her, so she's going to auto-manage this, and I'm just going to put my faith in her. I'm giving a lot of money, so she best, actually pull her socks up and manage that pit crew pretty well, I would say. That's fair enough, I think. But pretty much that's it. So we've got the vote, and then we've got to the Canadian Grand Prix. So politics, I'm going to abstain. Don't really care too much. It would not benefit low-quality teams like me, but I'm going to abstain because I'm hoping that all of these teams are going to vote for against, and they're going to do my job. So here we go. Abstain. Skip to the end. Let's see. Obviously, Ferrari. Surprised to see Force India and Toro Rosso vote for yes, but it's been rejected. There we go. Abstained. Clever tactics. Saved one more vote, so we've got 3 now for any votes we've got coming up. But there we go. No long qualifying sessions there. Thank you very much. Onwards and upwards to the Canadian Grand Prix. High tyre wear, so I think it's going to be a 2-stop at least. We're going to go with 5 sets of that. 6 and 5. Yeah, I think that's the way we're going to go. 6 and 5. I think Super Softs maybe used quite a bit there as a kind of midway tyre. I don't know. Let's see. But we have got... There we go. The reliability is just about enough, so we can give this now. I'm going to give this to Leclerc, and we'll keep the same gearbox for Gio. So Gio's technically got the better gearbox, but... yeah... Actually, you know what? If he's got the better gearbox, we may as well give it. I keep on looking at the good and average, but that doesn't actually mean squat if the performance isn't there. So I'm giving the better gearbox, slightly better. It's one point. That's hardly going to mean too much, I don't think, to Leclerc. And engine-wise, I'm going to give the better one to Leclerc as well. We'll give the worst one to Gio. He's got the form of 1, remember, for this race. So I think either way, he's going to perform pretty shockingly this race. So I think it'll be an absolute surprise if Leclerc is behind Gio in the race later on. Right, send them out on some laps, obviously, to get the setup going. We've got 2 excellents and a good there, an excellent and a 2 great. So, pretty decent start to the practice session, 94% already. So, the only thing really here for Leclerc is the handling. We were on poor, now we're on good. So, maybe we go even more towards the hard suspension there. Maybe 2 clicks might do it. We're going to move the tyre camber just to bring back the speed balance. We'll go again on the super softs we've been doing for both the drivers now so far, because I think that's going to be, it's high tyre wear. So I reckon it's going to be at least a 2-stop, I think. I hope so. And I think that's going to maybe mean we use 2 sets of super softs and 1 set of softs. I am going to just take a good guess. Maybe that's going to be a wrong guess. We'll see. For Gio, for the setup, I'm not too sure where to go now in terms of clicks. I reckon maybe we go a little bit lower maybe on the downforce. Just a tad maybe. And the handling maybe a little bit lower that way. So let's see how that goes. If not, then I know to go the other way around. So we'll bring both of them in for one more setup change. And then we'll just leave them out to set their lap times. And then they can go get that knowledge. But bring in. And we'll wait to see what happens there. What's it going to be? Oh, we've got I think that was an improvement for Leclerc on the suspension. We went from good to great, 98%. I will take that. So go ahead and just do your stints, mate. Just go ahead and do your stints. We need to work on Gio. So he went down. So now we know I need to go the other way then. So we went from 95 to... So basically we go the other way now. So we go a little bit more downforce than we were. So that much. And then we're pretty much doing that with the handling. So we'll do one more click back there. There we go. I think that's going to be okay. So we'll go with that. And we'll bring him back in for one more go. And whatever he gets is whatever he gets. He's got 1 form. So... It's bad. It's bad. So I think whatever happens, he's going to have a rubbish race, unfortunately. You just can't change these things, unfortunately. He's going to have a bad one. Comes in, and it's 2 excellents and a great. Decent stuff. Right, that's pretty much practice over in terms of getting the setup tweaked. 96%, I'll take that. Continue on, mate. Do 4 laps and tally-ho. And then we'll try and get as much knowledge as we can. Hopefully get level 2 at least on the super soft tyres. Maybe 1 on the soft so we can manage it. And obviously we'll be aiming for level 3 on the race trim. Right, we got level 1. We're near to level 2 for both the trims. Gio's got one more lap, so I'm hoping his one more lap can edge us over to level 2. And in that case, I'm sending Leclerc now out on soft tyres to start his stints on those. Oh, no, I forgot to change the tyres. Brilliant job, Arav. Brilliant job. Bring him in straight away. Brilliant stuff there, Arav. Brilliant stuff. That bodes well for the race, then. I'm clearly on point with my mind at the moment in this recording. I mean, it is... Well, I was going to say early morning. It's 11 a.m., but that's kind of early for me. Right, send them out. Soft tyres now, please. Go and do that one. 8 laps on the softs, and we'll do Leclerc as well. He's coming in the same lap. There we go, send out, and they did get level 2, so I'm very happy with that. So hopefully now they can get at least level 1 on the soft tyres. Race trim 4 laps, yeah. Right, got level 1 at least, so that gives us the flexibility then. So we got level 3 in the race trim, but... depending on how the tyres go, obviously I don't really know. We'll have a look at the setup screen before the race, but that will basically allow us to be a little bit flexible. I'm hoping the super softs, more super softs are the way to go, because obviously we just invested a lot of time there in practice to get level 2. If not, we've at least got level 1 on the soft tyres if it looks like we're going to end up using that tyre more often than not. So gives us the flexibility then, but practice is over. Let's head into qualifying again. Going to be on the back foot because we've got no knowledge on the ultra soft tyre, but that's the way it goes. Here's hoping Charles can do another madness like he did at Cape Town and try and get us towards the top 10. We still haven't broken that elusive top 10 in qualifying or the race, obviously. So let's see, maybe seventh time lucky. I don't think that's a thing, but maybe. I mean, could we turn it into a thing? I think we could. We'll see. Super softs and softs. We've got, once again, the most useless practice knowledge ever in the world for qualifying. No man has ever known more useless knowledge in qualifying than we have in this career mode so far. We'll send out Leclerc straight away. Tyre choice, ultra soft tyres, obviously. We'll wait a little bit to send Gio out, but here we go. Let's do this. So we're going to obviously go to the usual... Go to there, wait for it to cool down to about N, and then we'll bring it down. I'm going to send Gio. I'm going to look at the minimap there on the top right. No, we're going to wait a little bit. We'll wait a little bit, and we'll slow this down first. I'm going to do Leclerc's time first, and then we'll focus on Gio. Here we go. Thread the needle. Brakes going to be an issue. Brakes are going to be an issue. Perfect and overheated again. Every single time. Right, we'll send... Actually, wait, hang on. I'm trying to spot a gap here. Okay, I think there's going to be a gap by the time we come out the pit lane. So, come on, please fit in this gap behind number... that's not going to work, is it? We've come out in a pretty piss-poor gap, to be honest. We've got perfect and overheated for Gio as well. He's got a pretty okay gap, I think. Although into turn 1, you can see there are a few cars there. Leclerc pops in his time. I'm not too sure how good of a time that is going to be. We'd be beaten by Ericsson, though. So, that's always good. So, I don't know if that's a good lap time or not. But he's coming back in. Yeah, we'll see how Gio goes. Let's see. He's got 2 greens. We won't send Charles out straight away. Let's see. I want to see what Gio's time is first. Comes across the line. It is not as good as Leclerc's. 3/10 off. So that's that form coming into play. A lot of people are coming in now. So I think that's the time to send Leclerc back out now. As people come in, we'll go out down the pit lane. And then Gio will be sent out at the dying stages of the session. Cold and perfect. I got the brakes done. But I just missed what would have been an okay or good tyres, so that's going to be frustrating. Hopefully he heats the tyres up on his lap. That's wishful thinking. We'll send Gio out. Has he got some space? I think he's got some space, so we'll send him out now. That's frustrating. For the first time I get brakes perfect, but I have the tyres cold. So let's hope he, as I said, heats up the tyre on his whilst he does the lap. Obviously, it's quite a high tyre wear track, so hopefully that means it's abrasive track surface, you know, gets the tyres working quite a bit, so the tyres heat up. He's gone green in the first sector, so that bodes well at least. We got good and overheated, so we went worse with Gio. That's great, and we got censored by GMA, so Leclerc apparently didn't improve on his lap, so he's only in 17th place then, and that's going to be the end of our session, unfortunately. He moves down to 18th. Hopefully not 19th. If it is, that's going to be really annoying. Dying stages. Giovinazzi is going better on his lap, though. So let's see what his is going to be. It's going to be... Oh, he beats him. Fair play, Gio. Bad form. He beats Leclerc. by just a tiny margin. Look at that. 0.71 to 133. Very close stuff there between our two drivers. But 18th and 19th, pretty much where we've been most of the season so far. So no surprise there. It's another lockout for Mercedes. Who would have thought? Right, so on to the race. We're going to have a look at the tyres and see how long they're going to go for. 33-lap race. What the tyres saying? 13 laps. That is not a lot of time. They're going to last 10. So that would be a two-stop. And that wouldn't even be a comfortable two-stop because that would be 3 sets of super soft tyres and that would be about 30 laps. So, that is a predicament. These go 16, so those would go about 14. So it could be a two-stop with 2 sets of super softs and 1 set of soft tyres. That could work, definitely. That could work, definitely. So I will start on the super softs. Do I want to do that? Yeah, we'll start on the super softs. And I'll do 10 laps. Then I'll go to soft tyres. Then we'll do another set of super softs because that'll give us flexibility of then potentially going on to another set of softs if we need it and just push those tyres harder. I think that works out because even if we were going to ignore every tyre and just use softs, we still wouldn't make a one-stop work for sure. So I think that's going to be the way we go about things. So in terms of perks, then we can use the perks we just got and level 2. Level 2 and race trim level 3. Driver's strategy, usual pushing and overtake at the start. Come on guys, let's have a good one today. The Canadian Grand Prix, it's been pretty iffy up and down in the past times we've done it, but here we go then to the Canadian Grand Prix. 5 red lights, round number 7 of the season, 18th and 19th on the grid. And the lights are out and we're underway. And it's a good start there for Gio for the first time in a while. Leclerc down in 20th place. And it's not been a great one for him, actually. He's down to 22nd. It's been a shocking start for Charles. He's down to 23rd. What is this? I thought Gio was the man who had bad form. He's up into 17th. What is going on here? Once again, the game is pulling a fast one on me. And he's up into 16th. The man with one form is up into 15th, and our man who should be going better is in 23rd. Right, sound. This game, you think it's going one way, and it goes the complete other. Right, I'm guessing tyre heating is going to be a big issue, so I need to be wary of that. For now, we'll keep pushing like this. Fuel consumption is high, so I'm going to go down to high straight away right now, and in a couple laps time, probably down to medium, or neutral, I should say. Is it medium? It's medium. Tyre wear-wise, I'm going to wait till the tyres get a bit of heat in them, and then I'll go conservative. But for now, good start. We've got Gasly, Grosjean on super softs, Van Dorn on super softs, Alonso's on soft tyres. So the people we're fighting, we've got a bit of a split there. We've even got people like Massa up in 5th place on super softs. But Gio is battling away for 14th place now, around the outside of Grosjean there. Decent stuff from the Italian, although Grosjean comes back at him. But very odd at the moment, very, very odd. The man who should be out of form is in 14th, and the man who should be going well is down in 20th. That is very confusing, but we'll continue on. Tyre temps are going up a little bit, so we'll go to neutral now. Go to conservative with Leclerc. Actually, this is very weird. Leclerc's actually got more tyre heating than Gio for now, so we're going conservative with him straight away, and we're going to go down to neutral, go down to medium now, because we need to start saving fuel. Everyone else is on high. Okay, we'll stay on high then. Looks like everyone's on high, so I don't want to get caught out by that. But Gio's going really well now. I'm really shocked. He's actually pulling away somewhat. This is weird. I'm gonna have to monitor this. Right, Leclerc is in a bit of a pack now. He's in 17th place. Gio's still in 14th. I'm going to have to use the ERS, I think, a little bit tactically to try and get ourselves ahead. We've got Alonso attacking us, so that's not great. We're on medium at the moment in terms of the pushing. So onto the pit straight. I'm going to use the ERS. Alonso's fighting us. Use the ERS to get away from him. And then go back to manual. We've overtaken that other car. That is Magnussen. We're up in 16th place now. We'll use a bit of ERS at the end of this hairpin then. And try and get past for 15th place if we can. Shoot away from K-Mag. And that's actually just going to help us defend from K-Mag. But we'll try and store up some more energy. And then hopefully try and overtake Grosjean up ahead. And try and make it 14th, 15th. Gio at the moment not getting away. But we're on auto still. So let's use a bit of ERS maybe to get away if we can here. down that pit straight, go back to auto, we gain a bit, and we're actually closing up to 13th place now, so looking good. We're now a little bit higher on the tyre temp, so we'll go to conservative with Gio now for the first time, and hopefully that will see us to the end of lap 10, hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, and every other kind of good luck charm there is in existence. Right, we've got a little bit of energy here. I'm hoping at the end of the pit straight we could use this. So here we go. When we come to the end, use that. Burst away. Can we make an overtake? No, it's not going to be. Leclerc doesn't make an overtake on Grosjean, although we do go up into just about behind the Red Bull car. So the Red Bull is now getting in the mix there, you can see. And he's going to try and overtake Gio. But he's actually holding up. Ah, yes! The Red Bull of Ricciardo has held up Grosjean enough that Leclerc's got past. Awesome stuff, mate. Awesome stuff. Right, so we're on 36%. We're back to a decent tyre temp there. So we're probably good to go until lap 10 with Gio and also Leclerc. So I'm going to go for... I will have Gio come in at the end of next lap. So I'll have him pushing. And we will go with Leclerc on lap 11 then. So we're actually going to stretch this a little bit more than I thought we would. So we're going to go attacking overtake mode. And we're going to use all the ERS here at the end of this straight. And then we're going to pit in at the end of this lap. So as we come through to the hairpin now, fast forward that a little bit. Right, the entire straight, we'll use all the ERS then. Down that straight, there we go. And now we're going to pit in this lap. We'll go to a set of super soft tyres. And we'll do park conditions fine, recharge the battery, pit strategies balanced. Oh, whoops, I was meant to go on soft tires. Soft tires will go on balanced. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Right, Gio's gained a lot of time pushing in there. He gained nearly 2 seconds on that in-lap there. No mistake on the pit stop. Good stuff. Out in last place, but he's on soft tires now. We will put this down to medium because we're -1 already on the fuel. So fuel definitely is very, very critical. We'll go on auto now. Let him use that. And then for Leclerc, we're continuing on. We're going to use all the ERS here off this start. We're going to push in now, attack mode. And he's going to get past the Renault. We're going to pit in now this lap. Soft tires, park conditions fine. Recharge the battery 100%. Pit strategy balanced. And he's going to come in at the end of this lap along with another car. And it's going to be a decent pit stop. He's still behind Roland's, that is. No, it's Grosjean. It's Grosjean. Let's try and use the ERS then and get past Grosjean if we can. Come on, yes, we're past Grosjean then. Past Grosjean, down to medium, down to neutral. Continue like that. So sit rep then on lap 22. We're in 22nd place and 19th, both on the neutral fuel and medium. You can see we've gone down by 0.2 already on the fuel, so fuel's going down pretty decently on the medium fuel level. And tyre wear wise, tyre heating, tyres are going up. Leclerc's definitely got a little bit worse tyre management right now at the moment in this race compared to Gio for sure, which is surprising, which means Gio's actually probably going to be going better in this race despite the form. So we're going till the lap, ideally want to go to lap 23. So that is pretty much 11 laps, which should be fine on soft tyres. Should allow us to actually push a little bit harder maybe towards the end of this stint on these tyres. So hopefully we can go well. But we've lost a few positions, but that's because a few people were on softs at the beginning of this race. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Right, Gio's still in 17th place. We are catching up to Roland somewhat. He's wearing out his tyres. Leclerc is catching up to, he's actually catching up to Verstappen, who's down in 18th place at the moment for some reason. But we've got good pace, and really the one we're concentrating on is Grosjean, getting away from him. But I'm using my ERS to get away. Verstappen's going to overtake Gio. That's fine. He goes around the outside. So, now don't worry, mate. You don't need to be worried about that. You don't need to curse about losing the position to Verstappen. You are going to get held up in traffic somewhat. I'm not going to use ERS at the end of the hairpin because I don't want to catch up to Verstappen and get held up with traffic here. But if we can overtake the Mana car, that'll be ideal. So, if Verstappen's going to overtake him, we'll use a tiny bit of ERS, try and catch up and just stay on the back of the Red Bull car and use that to our advantage. At the moment, tyre heating is actually in a very decent position, although Leclerc is now losing some pace. So we need to be wary of that. We're up into 16th and 17th now, so it's okay, it's okay. And we're bringing this fuel down slowly on the medium because I want to have some fuel to maybe use at the end of this race rather than right now on this stint. And so the Mana comes in. So we're up into 15th now, 15th and 16th. We're just keeping up with Verstappen, actually. This is quite good. If we can just keep on the back of Verstappen here in 14th, we could kind of use him maybe, because as he overtakes other cars, he may hold them up. So I'm going to keep it like this. We're keeping a good distance. Although Charles has just dropped to 17th place. He's been overtaken. He made a mistake, I think, because he's been overtaken by Grosjean. He's got some bad pace now. Obviously, we're on neutral at the moment. So let's actually get this back up to pushing. And we've got some ERS here. So let's move to the end of this lap. And maybe we'll try and close back up. We are already closing back up to Grosjean there by pushing. Let's use some ERS at the end as we round the bend then onto the pit straight. Use some ERS burst. Go back to auto. Can he make a move? No, he can't. But we'll save some more ERS for the hairpin then. Oh, he's made it. Oh, he makes a move into the hairpin. We'll use ERS to get away now. And we're back up into 16th place. Good stuff there. Back up ahead of Grosjean. Minus 1.2 on the delta time. Decent. Back to neutral, please. Thank you. Gio, we're falling away from Verstappen somewhat. Going to use some ERS to close back up because he's closing up to Hulkenberg now and Alonso. Alonso in the McLaren's does some decent pace there because he's ahead of us and he was on soft tyres at the beginning of this race. So just showing the pace of the McLaren maybe in the corners is helping Alonso. And obviously Alonso's AI is going to be very good indeed, obviously you would imagine. Right, lap 20, still in 15th and 16th. Leclerc's got a bit of a pack behind him, so I'm trying my best to manage this and push him away. Use the ERS on some straights to try and help him, but you got a big pack of Grosjean, Van Dorn, Hartley and Magnussen. Obviously, Hartley and Magnussen on ultra soft tyres, so they're trying to get their way through. We're 7/10 up on our last time, but you can clearly see Grosjean's keeping up with us, so they're pushing as well. I just can't push too much with Charles, because every time I push, the tyre temps rocket up, so I'm having to kind of dart around with it around the lap and try and manage that as best I can. We're going to go pushing again, and at the end of the hairpin, use the little bit of ERS we've got left, try and push away, because I'm really wary of Grosjean closing up to us quite rapidly there. I think because Charles's tyres have been so bad, like his tyre heating's very high, I'm thinking about maybe coming onto soft tyres. We've gone from lap 11 to lap 21. That's been 10 laps so far. So we go one more lap, then that'll be almost 11 laps apiece, and he can push maybe a little bit more on soft tyres because I'm not liking this at the moment. You know, Grosjean's right up his chuff, whereas Giovinazzi, to say he's got one form, he's actually gone really well so far on this stint, really, really well. He's also in the positive for fuel as well, which is even better. Right, Leclerc's just been overtaken by Grosjean. I'm gonna now go high. Yeah, we're gonna go Leclerc onto another set of soft tyres, so he can push a little bit harder because he needs it. He's really leaning on his tyres, a la Mark Webber back in the day. So let's try and just push on now a little bit, try and re-overtake Grosjean if we can. Gio though, you're good, son. One more lap on these, and then we'll go on to super soft. So just keep going as you are. Right now, go on to the next lap. We're gonna push hard. Attack, overtake mode, and we're going to go like that. Onto the hairpin, we'll use the ERS. Leclerc is going to go past the pit lane now. He's going well. He's pushing still. That's fine. Right, use the ERS at the end of this hairpin as we close up to, that is Sainz, I think that is. So use all the ERS boost. Pit in this lap now. Super soft tyres, please, Gio, mate. Recharge the battery. Balanced. Okay, you're coming in. Right, what's Leclerc saying? He's losing some time here. Right, let's go overtake mode. Attack. And you're going to come in at the end of the next lap, I think. Right, Gio's in. No mistake on the pit stop for Gio. We'll come through to the end of the hairpin. Use all the ERS there. And we're going to pit in now. We're going to go on to... Well, apparently Leclerc's got better tyre wear than Gio, but that says 12. Well, actually, that's a predicament now, because actually we've gone one lap longer than we need to, so... Actually, you know what? I think we've just somehow managed to go a little bit longer than I wanted to. So we're going to go recharge 100 fast. Okay, we're switching up. We're going to go stick on the same strategy as Gio. We're on auto with Gio right now. We're going to go through, stick that back on auto. You're going to come in now. And it's going to be a pit stop. No mistake, please. Recharge. And we're good. And we're out in 20 seconds. Behind Grosjean still. And we'll use auto. We're going to go to conserve now. We're going to go to medium because we've used that out of the pit lane. I didn't realise that, but we're overtaking the Manacor actually. So let's actually watch out for this. Let's go with ERS. Boost away. Up into 16th place. Right, now Gio, please bring down the tyre temps. Bring down the fuel. End of the race. Let's try and see if we can maybe overtake Van Dorn. We could be in 14th place. Right, 6 laps remaining. Tyre temp's back in a good region for Gio. He's bringing down the fuel. That should be enough to bring down the fuel by the end of this race. Same with Leclerc. He's in 19th though. He's behind Grosjean actually. He's behind Grosjean. Grosjean's worn out his tyres a little bit more though, so I definitely can push a little bit longer at the end of this stint. So I'm thinking last 3 laps we go for a big push, but we're closing up to Hartley. I'm going to use ERS by the time we go around the final bend. Let's use a lot of ERS. Can we try and overtake Hartley then? Big push. There we go around the outside, and we have overtaken the Toro Rosso man, and we're right behind Grosjean now. So let's watch this into the hairpin. Could he maybe get him into the hairpin? Around the outside. Use the ERS then. Not enough, not enough, not enough by the end of this straight to get Grosjean right. He's on the cooldown, Grosjean is, so let's go pushing a little bit. Meanwhile, with Giovinazzi's 14th, Hulkenberg's on new Ultras up ahead in 13th, so we're not catching him. Don't know about Ocon, but we'll continue as we are. We'll boost a bit of ERS here down this straight. May as well use it to get us away somewhat, and we'll go back to auto, but we're managing this really well with Gio, I think. Leclerc, though, it's tricky. I'm trying my best, but he's just caught up in a bit of traffic, really. That's kind of hard to navigate. Right, 2 laps remaining. I think now's the time to really just push it. We've got 52% on the tyres. So, 2 laps, just gun for it. Just gun for it, Leclerc. Gio's in 14th. Hulkenberg up ahead. Alonso may be susceptible. I would say that, but he's actually miles away. He's miles away. Right, we may as well, though, push. Medium. Well, we got the fuel for Gio on high. We'll go to the end there. I can trust Gio, though. We'll see what Leclerc's doing. We're going to stay on board with him. See what he can do now, attacking. Right, final lap. We're going to use all the ERS here. Out of the hairpin, up into 17th place. Going to use the fuel on high. Come on, come on, come on. Get past, get past, get past, get past. Come on, round the outside. Oh, you can do it, son. Come on, yes, round the outside. He's got him. He's got Van Dorn. Leclerc up into 16th place. Decent stuff. Maybe it was a little bit late on the dot, but he's done it. He's up into 16th place. Into the hairpin then. We've got 1 lap to go for us. Race has ended for the leaders. We're going to ERS away and just get away from that is Van Dorn. And we're going to finish up in 16th, hopefully. With Gio, I think we should be good for 14th. Grosjean is catching him somewhat, but I think he'll be okay. He's got really bad tyre wear. But I think he'll just be fine, hopefully. Let's see this through to the end. Come on, mate. Come on. Cross the line, 14th. I think you've got that, man. Yeah, you got that. You got that. Leclerc, though. Where is he? Just ahead of Van Dorn. Yes, he is. Across the line. 16th place. Decent enough, I think. Good recovery from Charles. 14th for Gio. He's got to be proud of that. We've got to be proud of that. Because bad form, 1 form. I'm really happy with that. That's a really solid performance. No points again, but really solid performance. Really, really solid. No points again. Bottas gets a penalty then. 10-second time penalty. Yeah, 14th. Nothing to show for it. But I think this race, I think it felt like we're a lot more improved as a team. But again, just nothing. Yeah, but still, Haas and McLaren didn't score. So that's still the hope that we can get 1 or 3 points at some point in this season. But for now, well, there you go. But I don't know about you guys. I thought that race went a lot better. I think we managed that a lot better. I think just generally felt a little bit more comfortable. I think that was due to the staff and generally, I don't know. It just had a better feeling than last time, for sure. I think I felt more in control there. So we got still money coming in, despite all the expenses. So that's decent. The chairman's still happy with that. And if he doesn't give us a positive score for this race, I'm going to be fuming. I'm going to be absolutely fuming if he doesn't give us a good score. 6. I'll take it. I'm not happy about it, but I'll take it. I'll take it. We've got auto management, so, you can just do whatever you want. Right, here we go. What are we saying here? Interview. Thank you very much. After his win today, we were wondering thoughts on Lewis Hamilton. He's an interesting driver, but I'm happy with my... Well, the thing is, why would I want to... Why would I be hiring Hamilton ever? That's just stupid. Luigi, that's just... I'm going to go with he's an interesting driver. Anything can happen in motorsport. I'll do that. Hamilton's happy with that answer, apparently. Pit crew review. I've written a quick report. We had a mistake-free weekend. Yeah, we did. Good stuff. Good stuff. Right, that's the end of the episode then, guys. So if you have enjoyed it, smash that like button. Let's try and aim for 1,000 likes if we can, guys. This was a really decent episode, I feel. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I've been aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.